Hola, so we are gonna start with chapter 11, and this one is about doing like fun stuff outside, tourism, and all of that, going on trails and hiking and all of those activities, fun activities. So let's get started. The first concept that we're going to talk about today is the adjective clauses. That's our first grammar concept of this chapter. So here we use this to describe places, people, and things. And so I have some examples here. So she's a singer. So La Señora Ferré, that's her last name. So Mrs. Ferré. So dice, La Señora Ferré es la artista que cantó en la ópera anoche. So here we're not just saying that she's, that's her name. We're also doing or saying what she did. So we're describing an action, an activity that she did. And in this case, she sang at the opera last night. So we're giving more information or describing more information. So, next one. Mi amiga Lourdes, quien me invitó a la ópera, es aficionada a la música. And in this case, we're giving also describing and giving more information. So, this friend named Lourdes, she likes music. And then we're giving extra information about Lourdes. For example, she invited the person talking to the opera last night. And so this is how we use these adjective clauses. Okay, so let's continue. So we know so far that adjectives describe nouns. For example, a sentence like this: Rapa Nui es una isla pequeña. Rapa Nui is a small island. That's a very simple sentence where you were using an adjective, in this case pequeña, so meaning small. Okay, so now let's move when we use these adjective clauses. So nouns can also be described by clauses. Okay, and so when a clause functions as an adjective, that's how it's called. It's called adjective clause. And so in this case, we are describing and giving more information about this island. For example, we're saying that Rapa Nui es una isla que está ubicada en el Océano Pacífico. We're not just saying that it's a small island, we're saying where it's located too. And so that's the description that we are talking about. And then the whole phrase in bold, that's the one that is my adjective clause, que está ubicada en el Océano Pacífico. So adjective clauses are linked by a relative pronoun. A relative pronoun, the most common one, is que, this one right here. And we've seen this before because it's a connector as well. When we use the subjunctive, this is the connector that we have to use. So this que wears many hats. So far, it's a connector for using the subjunctive, and also it's a relative pronoun by itself. And so que means who, that, which, can be all of those three meanings, can refer to people, places, and things. So using the same sentence that we had, Rapa Nui es una isla que está ubicada en el Océano Pacífico. So now we are identifying our link, which is que. Point number 3. And so relative pronouns like que that we just saw, or quien in this case, is going to be only about people. And these are the ones that link one clause with another. And so we have to use them. So the relative pronoun quien refers only to people. Que, it's more flexible because que can be for things, for places, or people, but quien only for people. Okay, and so for example, there's two cases that we can use this. The first one as an alternative to que. We can do that when the relative or adjective clause is set off by commas. We can use either one when it's set off by commas, like here. And so in this a sentence like this, when we are providing extra information, we are setting off that sentence by commas, like you see here, right? Our guide, comma, who is from Santiago, comma, knows Chile very well. We can also say our guide knows Chile very well, but we are giving extra information. And in that case, it's this who, which is a person. We can use que, the normal connector, because this one unites for many things, or quien by itself, because quien it is who. Okay? So nuestro guía, quien, or que, es de Santiago, conoce Chile muy bien. When we have prepositions, okay? When we have prepositions like de, con, para, por, a, in this case prepositions like of, with, for, these ones depending on the context, but they're for in general. And then to. If we have this preposition, we cannot use que. We have to use quien, right? So, because these prepositions are going to be all the time in like preceding the connector. And so, la persona con quien debes hablar es el señor Bernal. And so the person with whom you should talk with, it's Mr. Bernal. So remember, we cannot use here, it's either one, and it's fine when it's set off by commas, but when we are dealing with prepositions, at the beginning, we only use quien. Our fourth point, to refer to places, okay? When we talk about places, the relative pronoun that we use is donde, which is where. Okay, so, and in this case, Rapa Nui es una isla donde se puede ver los famosos moai. So we're saying Rapa Nui is an island where one can see the famous moai. And then let's continue. Okay, so let's work with this question. The first one says, Villarrica es un volcán que, okay, so we're talking about a volcano. In this case, this is the picture of this volcano. Villarrica, this is the name. Villarrica is a volcano that, okay, so we need to complete it with one of these. The second one says, vamos a visitar Villarrica con el señor Bernal, quien, okay, so let's see. We're going to visit Villarrica, right, the place, the volcano, with Mr. Bernal. Okay, so let's see which one we can use for the first one. Villarrica es un volcán que, so here A says, conoce el área muy bien. So knows the area very well. So someone knows the area very well. B says, it's located in the Central Valley of Chile. And so normally this is how we would complete this. Villarrica es un volcán que está en el Valle Central de Chile. We have to use this because it's giving us the location. That is located, is a volcano that is located in the Central Valley of Chile. The second one, we're going to visit Villarrica with Mr. Bernal, who knows the area very well. Okay, so that's the lesson for today, and this is a practice that I prepared for you. So here we will have to write the correct relative pronoun necessary to combine the two sentences into a single sentence. Okay, so we have two sentences here, but we can combine them into one, and then choose the appropriate connector, either que, quien, or where. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and we'll talk some other time. Ciao!